I think two major findings. One, that this is tax avoidance on an industrial scale. Pricewaterhouse acted for over 300 companies, nearly 350 companies. All the negotiations with the Luxembourg authorities were on Pricewaterhouse-headed note paper. And they were not giving advice to individual companies, they were selling, in my view, a mass-marketed scheme. And that brings me to the second, because it appears, therefore, that Pricewaterhouse, when they gave evidence to my committee some years ago now, a couple of years back, that they misled the committee in that they said they never marketed tax avoidance products. What is totally clear is that this was a very complex artificial structure of companies, the sole purpose of which was to avoid tax. Well, it's very difficult in the first instance to get the law so watertight that people don't find interpretations or circumstances through which they can avoid the law. And so I think you've got to think about the intention of Parliament, and the intention of Parliament is that people should pay a fair share of tax on the profits they make from the business they undertake here in the jurisdiction. And that's simply not happening. And I think the other thing is, I'm really getting fed up of these advisors who spend their time trying to find loopholes in the law, trying to stay always a step ahead of the tax authorities. It's like a cat and mouse game. And I think the time has come when we should now say it's not only the companies that we'll go after for not paying the tax due, but also that the advisors have a responsibility to stay within the intent of Parliament, what Parliament intended, and we ought to create a new offence that if they advise companies on devices which are later found not to meet the intentions of Parliament, they should face hefty fines.